Hi, I'm Adam Yenser, and welcome to the Canceled News, where we've landed just as many interviews with presidential candidate Kamala Harris as every other major news network. Please be sure to like and subscribe, especially the 10 losers who unsubscribed last week after I made one Trump-Epstein joke following hundreds of pro-Trump jokes. Snowflakes. And come see me live. I'll be headlining TK's Comedy Club in Dallas August 24th and 25th, JR's Comedy Club in Valencia August 31st, and Side Splitters in Tampa, Florida September 29th. Now here's what's in the news. The Democratic National Convention began in Chicago this week, and Joe Biden was introduced by his daughter Ashley Biden. They then stood on stage for a moment so they could be showered with applause together. One of the highlights of the DNC was Michelle Obama's speech, where she delivered this line against Donald Trump.
Who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
Whoa, good one. That wasn't just a mic drop, that was a big mic drop.
Big mic drop.
Democrats used the DNC to showcase their support among Hollywood celebrities. Celebrities who are expected to vote for Kamala Harris in November include Kerry Washington, Mindy Kaling, Richard Simmons, Bob Newhart, and Phil Donahue. Donahue, of course, died this week at the age of 88. He was buried by Oprah in the ratings. During Hillary Clinton's speech at the DNC, the crowd began chanting, "Lock him up." Apparently, she didn't announce her preferred pronouns at the beginning like some speakers. It's an honest mistake. There are rumors that Robert Kennedy Jr. will drop out of the race and endorse Trump at an event in Phoenix on Friday. And he better stay cool. Phoenix is going to be 108 that day, hot enough to barbecue a dog on the sidewalk. According to a new book, Queen Elizabeth once said that Donald Trump was, quote, very rude and speculated that he must have some sort of arrangement with Melania. She added, "Why can't he just have normal relationships like my boys?" Country star Keith Urban performed a surprise pop-up concert at a Buc-ee's gas station in Alabama, which is very cool. He's a living legend and an international icon. It was very nice of him to welcome Keith Urban. Plus, this concert had something that no concert in history has ever had before: 80 clean bathroom stalls. During a campaign stop in Nebraska, Tim Walz visited a local sandwich shop called Runza and said everyone should get a Runza. Coincidentally, there's a rumor Joe Biden got the Runza in front of the Pope. An amateur fossil hunter found the first ever complete mammoth tusk ever discovered in Mississippi. In fact, the mammoth is believed to be the only Mississippi resident in history to have at least one complete tooth. The Museum of Pop Culture in Seattle is being widely criticized because the placard describing Kurt Cobain says he unalived himself. The placard was quickly corrected to say that Courtney Love unalived him. The U.S. is experiencing its largest wave of summer COVID cases in 2 years. Oddly enough, the media hasn't put a big scary death counter on every television channel like they did during the Trump administration. Wonder why that is. It's weird. Former Republican Representative George Santos pled guilty to aggravated identity theft and wire fraud charges and faces 6 to 8 years in prison. He then added, "But since I'm a pathological liar and said I'm guilty, it actually means I'm innocent and you should let me go immediately." After backlash from customers, Harley-Davidson announced that they are ending diversity initiatives and DEI policies. Now if you want a gay motorcycle, you'll just have to get a Vespa. Scientists have discovered that humans age rapidly at 2 key points in their life, one around age 44 and then again around age 60, except for Patrick Stewart, who has simply been exactly 60 his entire life. Al Pacino's girlfriend said that the 84-year-old actor is an amazing father to their baby, but she has no plans to marry him. Mostly because she's tired of hearing him introduce the baby by yelling, "Say hello to my little friend." A man is suing an Atlanta hospital because during brain surgery, they lost part of his skull, but the doctor still let him take a lollipop from the candy dish when he was finished. A 102-year-old British woman plans to become the oldest person to ever skydive after she was encouraged by Prince William. And if her primary shoot fails, she can use her skin flaps as a backup. A study found that many people's lives are made worse by boredom scrolling on social media instead of facing their problems. Unless you're watching my content right now while boredom scrolling, then start it over and watch again, loser.